This is the Size and Cost tab. Here, you can give information about the rooms in your rental and how much it costs. You may see slightly different fields on this tab depending on what occupancy you chose for your rental. For this tutorial, we've chosen an occupancy of sharing an existing household. The first field on this tab is the Number of Bedrooms field. Here, specify the total number of bedrooms in your rental, including ones that already have people living in them. For this tutorial, we'll choose 4. The next field is Available Bedrooms. This field will only appear if you choose Sharing an Existing Household in the Occupancy field on the Location tab. In this field, we can specify how many of the bedrooms are available for rent. The number must be lower than the number of bedrooms, since choosing Sharing an Existing Household implies that at least one of the bedrooms is already occupied. For this tutorial, let's say that we're renting 3 out of the 4 rooms in the apartment. We'll set Available Bedrooms to 3. The next field is Total Number of Rooms. Here, we put in how many rooms there are in the rental. Include bedrooms, living rooms, and other living spaces. Do not include bathrooms. For this tutorial, let's say that we've got a living room and a kitchen in addition to our 4 bedrooms. So we'll put in 6. The next field is labeled Number of Bathrooms. If there's a half bath, count it as 0.5. For this tutorial, let's say we have 2.5 bathrooms. The next field is labeled Available Facilities. Here, indicate whether your rental has both a tub and shower, or just one or the other. For this tutorial, let's say we have a tub and shower. The next field is labeled Total Unit Rent. Here, specify the total amount of rent paid per month by all tenants living in the household. This includes the tenants who are already living there. For this tutorial, let's say our rental costs a total of $2,000 per month for the 4 people living there. The next field is labeled Total Security Deposit. Here, we can specify the total security deposit paid by all tenants in the rental. By law, this amount can be equal to or less than 1 month's rent. For this tutorial, let's say our rental has a $2,000 security deposit. The next section is the Individual Bedrooms section. If you chose Vacant in the Occupancy field of the Location tab, you will not see this field. In this tutorial, because there are 3 bedrooms available, we have 3 rows in this section. On each row, you can specify the rent and security deposit for 1 room in your rental. Again, by law, a room's security deposit can be equal to or less than 1 month's rent. When sharing an existing household, the rent for the individual bedrooms will usually add up to less than the total unit rent. Same goes for security deposit. For this tutorial, we'll set the first room's rent and security deposit to $600, the second to $500, and the third to $400. This adds up to $1,500. The next field is labeled Last Month's Rent. Here, we can indicate whether or not we require the last month's rent to be paid upfront. For this tutorial, let's set it to Negotiable. The last field on this tab is Service Exchange. Here, we can indicate whether or not we allow tenants to perform a service to cover all or some of their rent. For this tutorial, let's choose to reduce some of the cost of rent. As you can see, we now have a text box where we can describe what services we're looking for people to perform. For this tutorial, let's say that we're looking for tenants to mow the lawn. When you are ready, click Continue.